But I do know what we can do for the bet since we're talking about who will be the winner, loser of the game. And so because I know what I know, I'm coming in under the presumption that you will lose the bet. 1B, after you lose the bet, I will give you a 49ers jersey. 1C, after you get the jersey, then you and I will go live. And you will sing a song of my choice. You will sing that song, okay? And we'll send it to the starting quarterback of the 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo, you have a solo coming, sir. Just do what you do. Make us proud, brother. Go Niners.
I gotta agree to that.
Gang.
I gotta agree to that bet. But the flip side is you have to do the same. So you gotta get a Chiefs jersey, put that jersey on, still go live, all the fans to see, and you have to sing a song of my choice to Patrick Mahomes. And I'm gonna give you a good song. It's gonna be some old apologizing, all of that. Deal?
Deal.
All right.
We love you, Jimmy. Jimmy Garoppolo come through for your boy.
Patrick, listen. You still I can't sing, so yeah.
Let's go behind the mat.
Yo, what up, too? What's happening, bruh?
Everything's good.
You know, we about to, as soon as we get, listen, before we even get into introductions, this is Super Bowl week.
Yeah.
So we got to give everybody a good show now. Great content. Make sure you share, subscribe. And after we drop that content, we out because we got to go jump on this plane, bro.
Yeah, we got to get down. We're going to take our talents to South Beach. Behind the Mask podcast is going to South Beach. Man, you've been training and saying your prayers and eating your vitamins, man. You ready for this?
Yeah, macho, man. I'm ready. No, that's Hulk Hogan, right?
Hulk Hogan, yeah.
Yeah.
Hulkamaniac, baby.
Yeah, I'm ready, man. But it's good. BTM Behind the Mask team will be in Super Bowl.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you know, we ready. Mentally, we're almost there, but we saved what we had for this episode, which is leading to the big Super Bowl game, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers.
Your former team.
My former team. I'm your host, Takeo Spikes, and I'm with my co-host.
Your favorite plus-size model, Tutan Reyes, in the building.
And we about to give y'all some good stuff, get you excited, because in Miami, you're going to see us.
Yeah.
We're going to be walking down the street and everything, but we'll definitely jump into that, man. Without further ado, let's talk about these two teams, bro. We look at the 49ers, you look at the Chiefs, and, you know, you have two head coaches who've both had experience going to the big game. Let's take a recap since we brought it up. I look at Andy Reid. When he went to the Super Bowl, everybody remembers Donovan McNabb, T.O. on that football team. They didn't win.
Yeah.
And that team really looked out of sync during that Super Bowl. And so I don't know if it had a lot to do with preparation, but I think the biggest thing is understanding who Andy Reid is when people don't know as a coach. You look at Andy Reid. He has, within the 100 years of football, the 7th most regular season wins without a Super Bowl win.
Damn.
So when you look at what he's done over a period of time, regardless of wherever he's at, Philly, now KC, he's a winner. He understands and has a great eye for talent. On the flip side, when you talk about Kyle Shanahan, we all remember when he was with the Atlanta Falcons. 28-3, I want to say, going into the halftime or something like that. Yeah. Had a 20-plus point lead. And that didn't end out so well.
Yeah.
They got tight.
Yeah. Yeah, we talk about it all the time.
Them gonads got tight when the pressure hit. So like when you look at this matchup and you look at both teams from your insight, like what do you expect anything differently, like coming up when they get ready to face each other?
Yeah, I think so. And the funny thing is Big Red, Andy Reid, he's been doing this for several years, man. I think even back when you were with the Eagles, he was still getting it in and leading teams to victories. Like you said, hadn't gotten to the Super Bowl championship, which a few times I think he should have actually done. He's a great offensive mastermind. I mean, he's done it back to when you were playing with Westbrook down there, with T.O. down there, with all of these offensive juggernauts that killed the league. So I think Andy Reid has what it takes right now because he has another Big Red on his team, Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes,
one of the top maybe 2-3 quarterbacks in the league right now.
Yeah.
Killing on a tear. And we say defense wins championships. Oh, you heard the cliche. As a defensive guy, I'm pretty sure you agree with that. As an offensive guy, I hated that because I felt like, you know what, you got to score touchdowns to win. But they say defense wins championships. But Patrick Mahomes, man, what he did in the AFC championships last week, incredible. 23 for 34, 294 yards, very efficient, 3 touchdowns. And he still had the passes. We talked about it earlier in the year. Late across the middle for 99% of quarterbacks that play the game. Not in the NFL. Pop Warner, middle school, high school, college, pros. Late across the middle is not what you want to do. But for some reason, Patrick Mahomes is that 1% that rule doesn't apply to. Now, we say on Behind the Mash, there's only one rule. There are no rules. But when you talk about the NFL and the quarterback with Patrick Mahomes, there's only one rule with Patrick Mahomes.
What?
There are no rules. This man does what he does.
So you just jinxed this damn game going into the big game this week.
You see where I'm going with it. You see where I'm going with it.
Everybody listening, they're going to be like, that damn two just don't
Listen.
Messed up the church's
This man gets it done. And I'm not a homer at all.
I can't tell.
I don't like the Chiefs.
Boy is
I'm
bad,
an NFC guy.
He's bad.
But he's serious, man. He gets it done week in and week out. And then the defense, you talk about defense wins championships. That Kansas City Chiefs defense, what they did to the Titans last week, and Derrick Henry, the juggernaut, running through offenses.
They shut him down.
Shut him down.
They shut him down.
Held on to 69 yards and a touchdown?
69 and a tut. So, like, bro, I like that. And that sounds very good. The thing I like when you look at this matchup is you briefly hit on it, and you was just saying the difference out of both coaches and the playmakers that they have. I wanted to know, like I know Kyle Shanahan is really thinking, like, man, I had this meltdown, 20+ point meltdown in the biggest game, not of just his life, but everybody's life who was associated with it, i.e. the city of Atlanta.
Yeah.
And it didn't run well. And I found this article, and I thought it was very important to state, from an interview that he did. Well, it wasn't an interview. It was more so just factual nuggets that I saw. Like the 49ers just running the ball this previous 2 weeks. 89 carries. They had a total of 120 plays in 2 games. 89 of those 119 snaps was rushing the football.
Why do you think that is?
He's reliving the past. No, he's not reliving the past. He don't want to go back to the past because he tricked the game off a few years ago.
Yeah, with the Falcons. But is he reliving the past, or is that passing game not working? Let's talk about that. Jimmy G only threw 8 times. I get it. Rushing game was phenomenal behind Mossert.
He threw only 8 times. I still pause when you say that.
8
That's
times.
crazy.
So how do you do that in a playoff game, a championship playoff game? Because your rushing game is phenomenal, getting it done. I totally understand that. But how do you expect to win a Super Bowl when your quarterback essentially in 3 to 4 weeks hasn't really just got out there and gotten in the groove?
Well, it doesn't, just because he hasn't done it in the playoff games doesn't mean he can't do it. Now, we know the pedigree. He comes from the Patriots, used to big games. In another big game, I truly believe when you look at the matchup and I think about like what can they do? What can Garoppolo give to them that they haven't received already? If you combine what they do from a running perspective, and even just take it for what is 50% of what it's worth, and then you add in Jimmy Garoppolo, mind you, only 28 passes in 2 games. He ain't did much. He been like,
I don't know if that's enough though.
I'm just saying, because he hadn't done that, and if you take with his production or his ability to produce 225 a game, they already damn near run for over close to 300 yards a game. Yeah. So if you cut that in half at 150, that's still a successful route. And it keeps Kansas City off the field. See, because like this is the thing that I don't like about Kansas City. When you look at them, historically, Andy Reid teams usually start a little slow. We've seen that in the playoffs with KC, right?
I can agree with that.
Everybody wrote them off. What, they were down 28, 24 to nothing?
Yeah. Yep.
And so when you look at this football team and you know that they have a tendency to start slow, this is the problem. There's no doubt in my mind Patrick Mahomes can come in and ignite, quick start anything. He's like that Duraflame. You just, that damn log that just won't light?
Yeah.
I need some Patrick Mahomes. Come and lay on it. That thing lighting up in third. That's him. And so I know from his ability, being able to come in that way, he can cut the lead. But the big thing is this. When you have a 49ers running the football attack team the way that they do, they keeping possessions away. Yeah. You look at what happened 2 weeks ago in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers brought him back, but he ran out of time.
Yeah.
And so you can't afford to get started late on a 49ers football team, because I think they're the most complete team, and they can do it either way. I truly believe that they can do it either way, and we haven't even gotten to the defensive side. Just my thoughts.
I'm with you on that. I can agree with you in some context of it, but at the end of the day, you still have an inexperienced quarterback going this deep in the playoffs, starting. Now, Jimmy G, like you said, he's been there with the Patriots.
Yeah.
Starting.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Mahomes has been there. He's been in the big games. He's had MVP seasons. He's done it all, That defense of the 49ers, that's what I'm really interested to see. Can that defense come out and do their thing one more time? Love Richard Sherman. Love what he's done. Love how he said, you know what, I'm taking the narrative in my own name and my own accord, and I'm doing my own contract. I'm believing in myself. Got an interception last week, but that was a garbage time interception. That was the very last play of the game for the Niners defense to get that interception, right?
That was a clutch interception, though.
It was a terrible throw. It was a terrible,
I can tell you're not
throw,
a 49er fan.
Listen, no. Listen, I may not be the realist with an E, but I'm a realist with an I. I'm a realist.
All right.
And that was just a garbage time interception.
Maybe.
He was sitting back there waiting for it.
But it counts, though.
It counts. Totally counts.
Going to that negotiating table, I had a pick.
But can the 49ers defense stop this Kansas City Chiefs offense the way it's clicking on all cylinders and a difference maker? You say it all the time. The misnomer, is that what you say? The misnomer is Patrick Mahomes, quarterback to quarterback. If that's the decision maker,
right,
I have to go with Patrick Mahomes.
I have yet to see a quarterback throw a football laying on his back. And I'm gonna tell you,
Patrick Mahomes can do it.
And let me tell you who will be. Let me tell you who won't be picking him up.
Who?
His pallbearers. They gonna be carrying his ass around the whole game.
All right.
Let me tell you. Hold up, Eric Armstead, D Ford. He's back. Auburn. Oh, It's that War Eagle call right there. Then, DeForest Buckner.
Yeah.
And come on, man. We can't forget
Bosa.
about Nick Bosa. Bro, these dudes real now. Like and this is the thing. I read a stat three quarters of the way of the season. They only blitz 25% of the time. So that means what? 2 out of 10? 2.5 out of 10? They getting pressure with front four. And then that's the reason why, like, let's be real. People say, well, you know what? When I saw that play when oh my goodness, Richard Sherman. Mm-hmm. When Richard Sherman, he got beat. He got beat.
Yeah.
See, that's everybody want to point out, like, listen, man, this man is in his 10th year.
Yeah.
Like he's older. He just came off an Achilles tear as well too. But he's still a damn good football player, and he shows that week in and week out. So when you have those front four guys, bro, and then you look at the guys on the back end, especially the linebackers, I love the way that they play. Fred Warner.
You would, man. You a linebacker. You a homer.
Still though, man. I call it like I see it, Doc. I'm telling you. So when I see it, I think the 49ers have the most complete team for this game. And I like the versatility of how they can switch up their styles of play, especially on the offensive side. Most teams who are good at both, they are equally good. But you very rarely will you see a team like the 49ers. It's like, you know what? This is what makes them dangerous. I know I can run the ball. I'm going to run the ball, period. And you can't stop me. That's demoralizing to a defense. I used to hate those days. Be out there 15 plays, lips chapped, you tired. You be like, damn, somebody just kick a field goal or something so I can get off the field.
It, please.
Yeah, but then you look on, when you look on the other side, it's like, bro, like, they have the intellect as a coach now because he messed up in that Super Bowl game with the Falcons. He's not going to put the ball. He can just throw the ball. Yeah. And then he understands his decision-making is Jimmy G has only thrown 2 passes, 28 passes in 2 playoff football games. I'm okay with that, winning that Super Bowl title. So, now you can go back in there and say, hey, Johnny Lynch, how about to give your boy an extension, brother? Put the whipped cream on top.
So clearly you're going with the 49ers. Is that safe to say?
Safe assumption.
What's the bet?
Oh, look, you ain't even paid up on your bet from the last time, bro.
That's not my fault. I don't see no Auburn jersey. Like,
well, I haven't had one to fit. What you want me to do?
That's fucked up. That's messed up, yo.
Bruh. I done told you it's New Year resolution. Let's write that shit down right now.
I'm gonna drop 20, but damn.
It just came out like that.
What's the bet, man? All right. The bet is if the Niners win, you got to go on Ocean Drive. No. If the Niners win, I got to go on Ocean Drive and streak down South Beach. If the Chiefs win, you got to go on Ocean Drive. Pause. Streak down South Beach.
Hold on now.
You can say no.
Listen.
We can always cut it.
Hold up. I only got one problem with that. I've looked at the forecast, and at nighttime, it's going to be a little chilly, so it would be advantageous of neither one of us going.
We'll find another bet.
Yeah, we got to come back and
we revisit that. But nah, I think it's gonna be a good game, man, and I'm actually looking forward to it. Hopefully, it's not no blowout, as it was last week. But I really think the 2 best teams in the AFC and the NFC are actually in the game. I did I forget the guy's name, but he ripped me on social media on the Behind the Mask podcast, the BTM podcast.
He got him.
IG. He's like, and then Tutan chose the damn Packers to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I did. So, I can admit when I'm wrong.
I wonder what was his name.
I forget. We'll find it out.
Maybe we'll check with Rob and just find out his name, because he did call you out on that.
He did call me out, man. I told him, chill. Like, you got to relax. But, players mess up too. It's all right. It happens.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody 100%.
No, ain't nobody 100%, but I'm going to be 100% with my pick. I'm picking them Niners, brother. You know what I'm saying? I like them.
As you should.
You should. Yeah. And this is a good educated guess.
Okay. I'm with it. So now, you threw your shade at me. I'm going to throw it back a little bit, pause. You've super pause. You've been in the league 15 plus years. like timeout pause, technical foul, throw it out. Throw the whole segment out. Nah, but you've been in the league 15 years. Haven't made the playoffs. No shade at all.
Really?
Just no shade. Nah, serious.
Damn, it's getting cloudy in here.
No shade. Haven't made the playoffs. Haven't made the Super Bowl. But so what did you do leading up to Super Bowl week? Like what was your your routine and everything? How did that go for you? Like I know you did a lot of stuff. You all right?
Please, like for real. Take the dag out my back. Take the fucking dag out my back.
I said no shade. Like
below the belt.
No, I'm just saying. Like, what was your routine? Like, what would you do this week? Because I know what I did, but what
everybody didn't play in the Super Bowl, bro, and you ain't have.
I didn't play. I just saw Janet Jackson with a nip slip. I was there.
I saw it in High D. You was there.
I was there. But no. So like, what goes on leading up to that week? You know what I mean? For those of us that haven't made it. To the Super Bowl. Well, people want to know, man.
I would like to say it's more of me versus you. So I got the majority vote. Nah, man. It's a cool experience.
Because
I could tell people who are coming in this week for the Super Bowl, like, I mean, everybody, you're going to see everybody there. The Super Bowl is like, it gives everybody a piece of access. You may not get all of what you want, but you will get enough to where you will say, you know what, I'll never miss another Super Bowl, at least in a warm climate. And that's what I think the NFL does a very good job of. It's fun because, one, I love the camaraderie, seeing guys who I haven't seen in years, people who I played with, who I have the most respect for. It creates opportunities, which is probably, number one, the reason why you will see everybody in the existence of the NFL, because even celebrities as far as entertainers and artists, because everybody is eating off the pie. Yeah. And so you'll see a T.I., like Anthony Mackie, movie stars like that. What I love about it is, taking advantage of the appearances. Which we will have some coming up with the Behind the Mask at the Super Bowl. But really just hanging out, man, and catching up with guys who you haven't seen in a while. Yeah. And just creating new experiences together, off the field.
It's kind of like, I always say, it's kind of like our New Year's, because you don't see most of your crew or most of the guys you've played with, grew up with, played against, have the same agents, whatever it may be. You don't see these guys week in and week out throughout the season, because you doing your own thing, preparing for games week in and week out, right? But once the playoffs is over and guys kind of, go back to doing their things, a month after the regular season is over, everybody's either kind of decompressed from the regular season, you're starting to heal up. If you had little nicks and stuff, you're like, you know what? I'm finally ready to go out and kick it, right? Right?
Yeah.
Where's the lie? You know what I'm saying? You're like, I'm finally ready to go out.
No, you're right. I forgot about. See, but I didn't make the playoffs a lot, so I was already kicking.
You was ready?
But you know what? To your point, it made it official. Like Super Bowl was like, this is the first time this after the season, I'm about to go do some
Yeah.
ignorant shit. Like, I'm finna order like 5-6 bottles.
Yeah,
You know, just
you
take the
about to go
homies
ham.
out. You know what I mean?
You're gonna enjoy the fruits of your labor,
Yeah,
so to speak, and
right on.
and enjoy. And like I said, it was like our New Year's, because New Year's typically people get together with their families or their friends or whatever and celebrate. So I remember for us, even years I didn't make the playoffs or whatever, we would all get together and watch the Super Bowl together. And that I called it our New Year's, because you were like, yo, there goes Frank Walker, Carlos, Gandy, Edge, whoever didn't make the playoffs, we all come back together,
Right.
and kick it. So that was real dope for me.
But what about on the flip side, though? Because I said I was the majority. Now the majority want to hop into the minority seat over there. Like, you had an opportunity to play in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, what exactly? Like, take us through the week. Like, even from when y'all left from Carolina, right?
Yeah, Carolina.
Y'all left from Carolina. When you got on, the moment before you even picked out, like, man, all of these cameras gonna be showing everything. What are you gonna wear? Take me through the whole. Take us through the whole spiel.
Well, it actually starts the week before, because when you're in the championship week, the coaches, they get you together, team meeting, and say, okay, we're gonna win. We're gonna win this game, and once we do, X, Y, Z is gonna happen. So they say, we're gonna have the planes ready for tickets for your families. They want to go plane tickets. They can get on these charter flights.
So this the week before you played it. Why you playing the championship game?
Yeah, they put it 2 weeks out to let you know. Okay, because week of the Super Bowl,
Got to be moving.
you got to be moving, and you're gonna be focused on the game, and they want to eliminate any distractions, anything coming up in terms of tickets, family members, etc. They're like, we want you guys focused on one thing only, the game. So if you need anything outside of the game for family members, kids, babysitters, hotels, whatever, this is who you reach out to, right? So they start with that. Then week of, you leave the facility, you do one last walkthrough, you packed up for basically 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Wherever city you're going to, you leave the facility. As soon as you leave, they invite all the fans in onto the facility grounds to say their farewells until they see you, a week and a half later. It's like a parade throughout the city. You go throughout the downtown. We were in Charlotte with the Panthers. You go through downtown, and the buses are there, and the fans are like right up on the buses, and everybody's cheering, excited, and et cetera. All the way to the airport, board the flight. Everybody's cool.
Do they
excited.
still have the same like sandwiches and stuff wrapped up on the plane when you get on there going to the Super Bowl, or did they have like
bullshit, man?
They step it up, huh?
It's filet mignon. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Escargot is everything. You got billionaires that's making it, and not only just the players that are on this team, the players and the coaches, but they actually fly the entire staff of. Well, we did in Carolina. The entire staff of the
team
of the organization.
So like the football operations side and everything.
Ops, secretaries, everybody gets an opportunity. It's like a holiday. Everybody gets an opportunity to come down and participate, because guess what? They've grinded the entire year as you did, as we did as players, and they deserve to reap the benefits as well. And again, you got billionaires that are at the top handling all of this, right? So yeah, they foot the bill, and you go down there, and first thing you do, you touch down. Before you even you get to your hotel, rather, and after that, you have like a walkthrough. So you see, you got the logistics laid out, where everything is going to be at, the meeting rooms, etc. Whatever school you're training at for the week, whatever stadium I should say, everything is laid out for you. When curfew is if you get there Sunday or Monday, curfew typically doesn't start till like Tuesday or Wednesday.
What? So y'all have curfew? Like
you gotta have.
You got curfew?
Think about it. Super Bowl week. If this is a Tuesday,
no, I'm saying like early in the week when you at home, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like. But you ain't got to go home. So why you?
Deion Grant was on with us a few weeks ago, and he said the number one thing that you had from younger guys was distractions, was things off the field. He said when he was on, he was so immersed in getting off the field money, doing other things. Aside from the
reason
goal,
why you there,
the goal, the one reason why you're there, and I didn't realize that when I was there. It was like my 4th year in the league. Again, I still wasn't really playing like that. So I'm like, it's Houston. My old agent was in Houston. I'm like, I'm about to go party. I got the green light throughout the city. I'm kicking it. But they have things literally mapped out for you to where the majority of your time is accounted for from media day. The media day starts at the stadium that you see, but then they also have it in the hotel rooms. You have media obligations in the hotel rooms. The hotels are only accesses the players. Family can't even get in there like that. You can get in the lobby, but the lobby's roped off. You can't get upstairs to the players. So it's so strict, again, to keep all the outside distractions off. But those few nights where ain't no curfew, that's where the young guys got to kind of watch out, because that's when it's time to, you can turn up. And me being a young guy.
So give us your experience.
Exactly what I did.
Let's talk about what you did. We want to know everything.
Listen,
let's go behind the mask on this.
We were in Houston, Texas. Chris Jenkins, good friend of mine. We said, you know what, we're gonna go hang out. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go hang out. We go kick it. I called my old agent. He's in Houston, and laid everything out. Whatever club we went to, I forget which name it was, but easy access, green light there, table, bottles, women, whatever you want, you got access to. So we having a blast, man. But this particular night, it's like, you know what? Practice is the next day. The first practice is the next day. So you got to make sure you're not that guy. One number one rule in NFL, they tell you this rookie year: don't be late.
Do not be late.
Don't be late. You're going to get that fine. So I'm kicking it, hanging out, and, we go in the hotel and, got family there and friends there and all of that. So I'm kicking it. My dumb ass passes out in another hotel room.
What you mean you passed out?
Got twisted. Sean was there. My alter ego when I get drunk.
Haven't seen Sean in a while.
Faded, yeah. But got faded, pass out. So now, this is before, and dating myself again, this is before you had the alarm clocks on your phone and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't just get my phone.
Damn, you old, dog.
That's all right. You older than me, but all right. So anyway, so we get up. I get up.
What you was doing in the room, though? Let's talk about that. Like, why did you pass out? Did something?
Because I just said
somebody
I was drunk. Nah, it ain't nothing pop off. It wasn't nothing crazy like that. But nah, I passed out.
Why you just didn't pass out in your own room at the hotel?
Because I went back. I just said I had family and friends in the other room, so I went to the other room and I passed out. So I got a room.
I'm just trying to get to what you was doing in that other room.
Sleep.
Did somebody else put you in the other room or what?
Nah, I just went back with my fam and just
all
chill.
right, then.
Yeah, ain't nothing crazy.
Proceed.
Ain't nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I forgot her name. But so then now I go and I wake up, right? And meetings are at 7:15. I wake up at 7:13, not in my room. And I said, oh shit, I gotta go. So I throw on all my clothes, I run outside the room, and but think about it, I gotta get back to my room, right? Which is a few floors down.
Yep.
I walk past and I see the strength coach walking right by me. I say, hey, Jerry. And I just keep walking. And I'm like, shit, that's the strength coach. That's the one that checks the curfew.
Yeah.
I ain't think about it like, he got me. Like, I'm fucked. And I just said, what's up? Because I'm still so in the haze and hungover. Man, still make it down there. It's probably, the meeting start at 7:15. I get down there by like 7:23. So now I got two options. Make it to the special teams meeting or go on to breakfast and chill with the vets that ain't on special teams. So I said, I can't walk in the special teams meeting during Super Bowl late. I'm not really on special teams at the time. Maybe I can get away with it. What do? I go with the vets and just chill. And for some dumb reason, they don't see that I missed the meeting. So I got by.
You chose right.
I got by, bro. Because if I had went in there, it would have been like you know how it is. You go in the meeting, you open the door, and then everybody's looking like, who the fuck is this person coming in disrupting the meeting?
At the beginning of the damn week.
At the beginning of the week. So now, fast forward to practice, I'm out there, and again, I'm not really playing, so Julius Peppers is over there on the defensive side, Chris Jenkins, and Deion Grant talked about it before. So Julius Peppers, I'm blocking him in practice, and this dude hits me with a move like a crossover. He played defensive end. And you know Pep was the truth. He hits me with a move, stops, and just starts laughing at me. And everybody's laughing because I'm sitting there trying to block him over here, he's all the way over there. The coach pulled me out. Coach like, get your ass over here. Because I held it down for the entire duration of the morning through the meeting, through everything. But I got to practice, and I'm all the way over here. And they like, the fuck was you doing last night? And I was like, coach. So, but needless to say, I didn't get in trouble, but they knew I fucked up. It's like, you smell like a fucking brewery. I'm like, man, so needless to say, my ass was on top of the rest of the week. I'm like later for that, man. But yeah, but all that to say,
why you stupid?
Listen, the young guys, you gotta be focused because we in South Beach, we in Miami. There's a lot of temptation down there. We know there's a lot of options. You got options down there, so you gotta stay focused during that week because people are coming with you with off the field obligations, be here, host this, do that, party here. You got to stay focused because, again, at the end of the day, if you do win the Super Bowl, you can party the rest of the year.
Yeah, and I think that's the most important thing is making sure that message is conveyed.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like once you Super Bowl champions, like nobody can never take that away from you.
You got the green light, man.
Yeah, like, man, you can be a rock star for the whole year, like.
For the rest of your life, really, because if it's a city like a KC that hadn't won in forever, you gonna be a rock star for
Think about it.
San Fran.
Imagine the irony in that, though. 1969. First year they started the Super Bowl, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Kansas City was in that Super Bowl.
That's right.
So now they got an opportunity, to your point, to show you how hard it is. They went 49 years. And to make it even worse, the AFC Championship trophy. Guess who it's named after?
Who's that?
The first team owner, Lamar Hunt.
Yeah.
The Hunt Trophy. So to your point, yes.
Yeah.
So you got to lock in, man.
Definitely.
But you know what? It's about time. We need to go catch this flight.
Yeah.
To get on down to Miami.
I'm ready.
But it's been real. It's been good sharing the stories.
Listen, I'm gonna do a couple of abs before I get on this flight, so I'll be ready. You think they'll take place? You know,
I'm gonna give you some laxatives too, so you can speed the process up. May be able to pull 1 or 2 abs out of there.
Hey, 2-pack keg, I'm with it.
That's all right.
Speaking of working out, man, I took my daughter to track practice earlier this week, and one of the other parents came up to me. I had the Behind the Mask podcast hoodie on, and he was like, "Man, I love y'all show. I met Takeo in the past. Man, you guys had some great content." I'm like, oh, shit, that's what's up, man. I felt, I'm plus size model. I'm a walking billboard for this thing. You know what I mean? So it was dope to me to actually be recognized and people are starting to catch on to it, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no doubt. So that means I'm pretty sure the same thing will happen when we actually arrive in Miami.
For sure.
So, you know what? Call to action. Fans, if you're out there, when you see us, because you know you're going to see us. You got to see us.
Can't miss me.
Plus size model. So when you do see us, man, come on up, man. We're going to get you on social media. We going to get you on the story side, and we'll tell some stories. Get a good laugh in.
Shout them out and everything.
You know what I'm talking about? Because that's what we do behind the mask.
Factual.
Facts. But I do know what we can do for the bet, since we're talking about who will be the winner, loser of the game. And so because I know what I know, I'm coming in under the presumption that you will lose the bet. 1B, after you lose the bet, I will give you a 49ers jersey. 1C, after you get the jersey, then you and I will go live. And you will sing a song of my choice. You will sing that song, okay? And we'll send it to the starting quarterback of the 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo, you have a solo coming, sir. Just do what you do. Make us proud, brother. Go Niners.
I gotta agree to that.
Gang.
I gotta agree to that bet. But the flip side is you have to do the same. So you gotta get a Chiefs jersey put that jersey on, still go live, all the fans to see, and you have to sing a song of my choice to Patrick Mahomes. And I'm going to give you a good song. It's going to be some more, apologizing, all of that. Deal?
Deal.
All right.
We love you, Jimmy. Jimmy Garoppolo come through for your boy.
Patrick, listen. You still I can't sing, so yeah. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Behind the Mask podcast.
Indulge, share, and subscribe to quality content.
And we're everywhere. We're on YouTube. Make sure you scroll to the bottom, click that little bell for notifications. We're on Google Play, we're on Spotify, and we're on Apple Music.
Even on social media, we're going to make it easy for you. Follow at the BTM Podcast for your weekly fixings. And remember, there's only one rule.
There are no rules.
Let's go behind the mask.